Get started. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hope you are enjoying your Friday and hopefully you have some fun weekend plans. But for today's session, again, if you feel comfortable, please turn on your cameras for our participants and then volunteers, of course. And then I know we have some family members sitting in. So again, if you just want to listen, turn on your camera, totally up to you, whatever you're comfortable with. But today's Oliver Storytime session is closer to one of the last ones for the end of the year. We have this month, and then December 3rd is our next Oliver Storytime. And then we'll start the 2022 year cycle. But for all of our senior graduates, this is kind of going to be like the last stretch for us as volunteers. But inshallah, we have our two Mariams, the juniors, who are hopefully going to lead us on for the next year. So we're really excited for that. So to start off, my name's Hanifa. I am kind of heading this program with Olive Community Services, and again, want to thank you all for being here. So today's story time is really special because it is my grandpa, or I call him my Nana Baba. He has come from India and he's visiting for a bit to see the new baby granddaughter in our family. And I've really been blessed and grateful for the past couple months where he's been here. It's been a lot of fun, but I know he was really initially nervous to do this, but I'm glad we kind of broke him out of his shell. He has a really interesting story and he's told it to me so many times that I felt like it was worth sharing with everyone, and I want everyone to hear his story as well. So that's why we picked him as this week's Oliver. So Amira, if you could please read the bio, and then we'll go ahead and get started with the questions.
Of course. Okay, I'm also very excited for today's session. So Syed Asghar Hussaini was born and raised in Hyderabad, India. He finished his graduation in commerce in 1977 and moved to Saudi Arabia that same year. He worked with Attar Travel, which was a ground handling agency at the Jeddah International Airport for 23 years. He later moved to the United States in 2004 with his family for his children to have a better educational opportunity. Once his children got married and settled in the States, he moved back to Hyderabad to live with his wife in their ancestral home. He has 3 children and 3 grandchildren. Since a young age, he's had a hobby of collecting different items and memorabilia. Over the years, this hobby has become a passion and a great way for him to keep his mind engaged and curious to learn new things. He always looks forward to sharing his learnings with those around him and encourages the others to look deeper and appreciate things with a different lens.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Amira. And Dana Baba, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit?
Assalamu alaikum. I am Syed Asghar Hussaini, you know very well. What do you want to ask? Already they make my introduction. Amira, I'm proud of her. She's your child first friend, I remember.
All right, so first question. Can you please describe a life-changing moment and how you think it has made you who you are?
In 77, first I graduated, then I did some airline courses and moved to Saudi Arabia. There, because of those courses, I got job at the airport related field only, what I did in Hyderabad. So at airport, I was going good and learning a lot. And when my peak of career, when I was about to go get more a chance to make some name in my field, all of a sudden I got an immigration, US immigration call. During my peak career, I got this call which my brother filed long time ago. So it was a little bit difficult for me to accept that one, because I was on peak of my career and I was about to get more benefit of that job, but sudden this thing has come. So I make a strong decision and I resigned my job and moved to US because I thought that anyhow, my children are grown up. They need better education. So I thought that if I'll move to America, they can get good education over there. So I resigned. I left my job and moved to America in 2004. This was a very tough decision for me, but I decided for the betterment of my children. And Alhamdulillah, what step I've taken was very fruitful to me. All my 3 children are now American graduates. My elder daughter Zainab did masters, and I hope the other 2 will also will go ahead, because this is land of opportunity and age is no bar. So inshallah, my decision was very good for my children, and I'm happy I did something for them.
Thank you for sharing. I think that's really impactful how you stepped away from a big, really important role that you had and that you were getting comfortable in. That shows a lot of commitment to coming here. But in your opinion, which world events have had the biggest impact in your life?
Because I have worked at airport of holy country, I can say Hajj and Umrah. Hajj and Umrah was the best thing I faced over there, because all people coming on Hajj and Umrah, they are the guest of Allah and Rasul. And I got an opportunity to help them out and serve them. If somebody having some sort of problem, some information they need some guidance about Hajj and Umrah performance. So I was there and I got lot of chance to help those people who come in front of me for looking for some problem. So I enjoyed serving them, because it's a great chance Allah has given me, which I availed, because this type of chance again it will not come. So I was thinking every Haji will come once in a life. If he has some problem, if they are having something to do, but they are unable to do it, if I can guide them, if I can give them little bit help, it work a lot. So I feel that was the best part of my life. Allah Ta'ala has given me chance, and my wife also helped me a lot, because many of my relatives, whoever want to come to Jeddah for Hajj and Umrah, we were always there for them. So we enjoyed their company, guiding them, taking them for Umrah, Hajj. So I consider this is the best part of my life, which Allah has given double type of opportunity, at home also and at service also. At airport also, every person coming there was for either for Hajj or Umrah. I got lot of chance to meet very renowned celebrities of every kind of this thing I can say. I met in 23 years, I met lot of people. To name few, I can say like Asghar Ahmad Saab, Ahmad Didat Saab, Zakir Naik Saab, and Sabri brothers, Mahdi Hassan, Ghulam Ali, Dilip Kumar, Azharuddin, Mahmood, Mukhri, Ahmad Faraz Saab, Kumar Barabankvi, Majru Sultanpuri. I mean to say every kind of cricketers, sports person, people belongs to fine arts and religious leaders. Even lot of leaders I met, like Salahuddin Owaisi of Hyderabad, and Ahmad Bukhari Saab, and I can say APJ Abul Kalam, Farooq Abdullah Saab, because they used to come and go by Air India, and we were handling agent for Air India at the airport. So I met lot of people. I'm not remembering each and every one, but I enjoyed working over there, and that was the best part I can say of my life, which I got chance and I enjoyed doing everything.
That's a really good answer. Is there any instances when someone like to the airport, they didn't have hotel, so you had to let them come over for a little bit?
Yeah, sometimes people coming to airport, they will find that their flight is gone. So they will stuck over for a long time, 5 days, 6 days. So I tried to help them a lot. I used to take them to my home, and what service they required, we used to help them. And Allah Ta'ala gave me as a mocha, which I availed. So there are a lot of stories. If I'll start, it will never end. And many people, they invited me to their countries, and they did a lot for me. I was not thinking when I was helping them, it was not in my mind one day I will go to them. Like sometimes it has happened like that. Many people, for example, one Mausum Bhai was from Mauritius. He was with wife and a small child. And when they came over here, they came to know that their flight already left. So till 1 week they were there. So he was very eager for me to come to Mauritius. So once I went over there, so what he did, he told his all children to be available for this Asghar Bhai. He helped me a lot in my Jeddah trip. So 5 days we stayed over there, and all their children, and they make our trip like we were in paradise, I can say. So this was many stories like that. Alhamdulillah, because that land, as I told you, every alternate person was either on Hajj or they have come for Umrah. So it was a great opportunity. If you want to avail, you can avail. If you don't want to, I used to think like that in Urdu sher, ye hasin khaul sabko bhata nahi, gaya waqt phir haat aata nahi. If once you say no, then that chance again not going to come back to you. So this was the reason I used to avail each and every bit. For that, my family suffered a lot. For example, if I told my wife and children, today I'm going at coming back from office 6 o'clock, if I'll get a person like this in front of me, he is having a big problem. So I used to stay more time there. So my family waiting for me, but I have to go through this thing just to finish off his job, what they are required. So it was like that. So Allah Ta'ala has given me what I feel. My children are now very well settled in America, and I'm happy. I feel it as maybe some dua of such type of people have come in front of me. They are in good position over here.
Do you have any major regrets in your life?
You mean to say regret?
Yeah. Do you have any regrets?
No, not at all. Allah Ta'ala has given me more than my expectation, because what I think Allah Ta'ala has given me. So I don't have any regret. I'm very, 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 very much thankful to Allah for giving me all this thing. And I enjoyed life very much.
So from Amira's bio that she said, it says how you have a lot of hobbies and you like collecting a lot. So can you tell us about some of your hobbies? And I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show the 2 notes that you asked. So if you could talk about them and talk about your hobbies, that would be great.
Yeah, what I feel, I was not good in sport. So at young age, I don't know. When I was around 10 years old, for example, this is I'm telling you regarding stamps. Yeah, this stamp I can say. When I was 10 years old, Pandit Nehru, our ex-prime minister, passed away. So Indian Postal Service issued a stamp to as a tribute to him. So this stamp attracted me a lot. So I started a stamp collection because of this stamp, I can say. So 9-10 years I was doing all such type of stamp this thing. But people, my relatives coming from other countries, because our lot of relatives lives abroad that time. So I used to get some people will come and they will give some stamps and $1 note or £1 note. So slowly I started making all currency note collection also. So in stamps, what I did after this, I have gone back and post independence till date, I collected all Indian stamps. After that, I have Great Britain stamps for last 50, 60 years, and 25 years of USA collection is also having with me. Why I enjoy this collection, it is, I can say every country have their own heritage. So what I feel, stamp collection will educate you, because it's having very interesting. If you go through those countries, you will enjoy each and everything, because most of the time on any milestone they will issue stamps. For example, some university going for golden jubilee, some university going for 100 years, yeah, some famous person of that country got 100 years birthday. So I used to enjoy stamps like that. And moreover, after all this, I remember Gandhiji was the most honored person of last century. So more than 100 countries issues his stamp during this period. So I have almost all the stamps what other countries also issue. So that will also give me an interest. Some person has gotten this much respect, and every country has issued his stamp. So I have very good collection of Gandhiji stamps also, other than India, England, and America. American also, if you see, you can enjoy the heritage of this country. Lot of things will you'll get an idea. Yeah.
Can you talk about these ones?
Currency notes, as I told you, people used to come and gift me $1, £1 note. But when I went to Saudi Arabia, these two notes attracted me a lot. This 100 reals note, on which you can see King photo and Haram Sharif, and the 50 real note also with King Faisal picture and Masjid Nabawi. So then I started this currency note collection, and till date I am trying to get what best I can get. I have lot of things. So almost I have 3,000 currency notes of around 200 countries, I can say. Plus in 3,000, I can say more than 500 notes are for Queen Elizabeth. Almost 32 countries I have issued note for her, and still I try to get what new notes or anything will come out in front of me. I will try to collect it. For example, to give you a few out of Queen Elizabeth, this is the latest one, 50 pounds and 20 pounds note, which they have issued in 2021. So you can see, if you will keep all this sort of information and keep it with you, after a long time it will become a history. I can explain stamps and currency notes to young generation. If anybody is having interest in India, they will come to me. They wanted to know. Nowadays, though it has become very easy, you can get this sort of information and knowledge through computer also. But when I started 50, 60 years back, it was not so easy. Even people cannot think of looking at one note. Oh, this is Saudi Arabian note. This is like this, like that. So because of that, I was not thinking, okay, I will go for this all collection for 50, 60 years. Now it has become like that. So I'm happy what I have. I have nothing more to tell about this.
I know that you, in addition to collecting stamps, you kind of grew a more global.
A lot of things I have collected. But other than this, the third important thing which I do, I make a lot of scrapbooks. Because when I used to see Guinness Book of World Record, which I am having with me last 30 years, Guinness Book of World Records are all with me. So that Guinness Book of World Record will give you knowledge about who is tallest person in the world, who is shortest person in the world, what even what gathering has been happened in some other part of the world, something like that. So my mind think of making some books like this for public interest. So as I am Indian and subcontinent, so I started doing all scrapbook collection. making about the interest of public in different ways, obituaries and weddings and different lot of books. I make it like that. Almost 100 binders I am having. Each binder will give you something complete knowledge about that subject, what I have collected in that. For example, in one album, I have record of every famous personality death details. In many albums, I have wedding pictures like cricketers, film stars, and leaders. What I used to get, I used to make scrapbooks for those things. And moreover, I can say different topics I have covered, even for national integration and my country history and all famous literature people backgrounds, and even for Deen also for kids I have made different binders like that. And it's still going on. That was the while I was staying in India, this currency note stamp collection will go little bit low because it's not so easy to get things over there. So my mind always go for scrapbooks. When I will come to America, I will buy the currency notes which has issued in recent times throughout the world. So that way collection is going on. When I started, I never thought that so long I will get chance this to Allah Ta'ala give me this much hayat, and I have so far collected so many things. If my next generation will take over, they can increase those things. So I can say this much about this thing. And I have miniature cars. I have sharpeners, 400 all different sharpeners purchased from different part of the world. Those collections are also there slowly, and keychains collection, I can say. So what I have started, I have never stopped doing that. I have continued everything. That's why things are in good condition and good big this thing I can say. That's why I am still going through those things.
I know you talked about how you worked at an airport, but how has this started your love for traveling? And can you tell us where you have been, where you've traveled to?
Yeah, I have been to many parts of the world, I can say. But to remember and to tell you, 2 trips of mine, I consider as a milestone for me. I did twice around the world trip, which very few people will do. First, people never think of going around the world. Around the world means going via Pacific, coming via Atlantic, or going via Atlantic, coming via Pacific. If I am from India, so you think from India to USA somebody is going and going via one side, coming via other side. So I got chance to make 2 trips. One via Atlantic, coming via Pacific. Second trip going via Pacific, coming via Atlantic. So think about it. I feel as I am equivalent to moon and sun. 24 hours it will make round the world, right? I did in maybe 1 month. So it was very, when I landed back to my origin place, making around the world trip, I was not believing I did one around the world trip within a month, roaming around the whole globe, I can say. So you want to know the route of this?
Yeah, just tell us some of your favorite cities that you went to.
Tokyo, London. London is my favorite city. As I am a collector, you know, most of the collections, most of the things Britain has started. So lot of I will get lot of stuff over there. And when I was working at airport, I was working for British Airways also. So I used to get chance of getting free tickets. So whenever there is chance, I used to go to London, as my sister is also residing over there. So for me, it was easy getting free tickets and going to sister's place and buying my interest material. So I enjoyed going to London. First, when I did around the world trip in 1980 all alone, I have gone via Pacific, and Jeddah to Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, then Hong Kong, Tokyo, then USA. In USA, I have gone through many cities, Los Angeles to San Francisco, then to Chicago, Detroit, then Toronto, then back to Atlanta, Daytona Beach, where my niece used to stay over there. I have seen, in my first trip, I have seen Disneyland and Disney World both at a time, the same trip. And while coming back, I came to Washington, Baltimore, and New York, then London, and back to Jeddah. In my second around the world trip in 1985, I have gone with my wife Zahra and my elder daughter Zainab. Zainab was then 1.5 years old. So I make that trip from Jeddah to Cairo, Cairo to Athens, Athens to London, then to Los Angeles, from Los Angeles to Calgary, then Calgary to Vancouver, Vancouver to Hong Kong, then Bangkok, and back to Jeddah. So Allah Ta'ala gave me this opportunity. I enjoyed, and those days it was so nice. There was many countries not required visa for Indian passport holders. Now every country is having restriction and this thing. That time without visa, many countries have gone. First of all, Britain was and Canada. We don't need to have any visa formality to go through it. So everything was on allowed to travel, and they used to give visa on arrival. But now, Alhamdulillah, I am American. So that opportunity still I am availing, because if you have American passport, you don't need visa for 100 countries. So last year I have been to Paris, because long time I was thinking, and because of Indian passport, I was thinking I will not get visa like this. But after changing, I got this opportunity also to avail that. So I have been to Paris also last year, and I have seen a lot of good countries, even all Far East countries, Middle East countries. I have visited every place, and all historical places, I can say.
Thank you for sharing. So now we're going to go into the last question before the Q&A, and then we'll go fast in these questions, and then we'll do the fun activity. But what is your biggest advice that you have for kids like me or the youth?
First of all, be thankful to Allah. Be regular in your prayers. Be honest. Be obedient to your parents, and do good for everyone. Keep yourself busy with some community services. I know I am proud of you. You are a scout member, and you did a lot. I have seen your certificates. MashaAllah, I am proud of you. So such time, as I told you before also, opportunity comes in once in a life. If you want to go through it, you will enjoy that. Otherwise, you will think, no, next year I will start, then next year will never come. So I'm proud of you, and what achievement you got. It's commendable. It's not so easy. Taking and seeing one certificate is not so easy to get like that. You did a lot, and that reward you got it after a long service. So and since childhood, as you have started this thing, I'm sure in future also you will do some community work. Be good to neighbors, and take the most important thing is don't miss your prayers. Be punctual for your prayers. That will, and always thankful to Allah. Then you will get everything what you need in your life. And you are having your dad who is Hafiz, and you can have any doubts, you can get answer in your home only. And you know your Ummi is also in your community type of field. So whenever you think of doing something, Ummi is there. Religious point of view, Abhi is there. So nothing to worry. Even I am Hannu, I am proud of your all friends. I remember when I used to drop to your school, I remember your four friends. They were very close to you. First of all, my favorite Amira, and Aliza, Iman, Hiba. I remember, and at home you have very good friends like Mariam and Yusra. Mariam was also with you in school. So I used to see you with all these 6 friends. So I'm proud of you, Miriamma. So nice of you thinking that Nana Baba should tell something. I'm not sure what I told you and what I, with my this experience, it will work out for any of your friend or this thing. Amma, be thankful to Allah always.
Thank you for sharing, Nana Baba. You're so sweet and kind. And I think that your story matters to a lot of people. And I love how like we have all built a community and you've been able to connect with everyone before, especially childhood friends and new friends. So now we're going to go into question and answer. So you can just say the answers very fast. But the first question is, in your life, who is biggest inspiration or who do you look up to?
In my life?
Yeah.
I can say lot of people, my parents first, and my wife, my daughters, my son, and you. I can say my brothers, sisters, and my in-laws are also very, I got a very good family who are my cousins also before. So I enjoyed with everyone, and especially some of my friends, they did a lot for me. I've gone to Saudi Arabia with their help. So I'm thankful to my family, my in-laws, my friends, and in future also, I'm expecting a lot with small kids, and I'm getting what I'm expecting. I'm getting from you, Huzzi. Now in future also, Aziza is there. So everything is good.
Thank you. Huzzi wants to ask, what is your favorite part of your childhood?
What is part of?
What is your favorite part of childhood?
Childhood favorite part. Going for picnics, as you enjoy here for no,
Going to Airbnb.
Hiking. You go for hiking, right? That we used to get fun for going for picnic places. So in Hyderabad, we used to have always going to zoo or going to some small place. So we used to enjoy such type of thing. And during holidays, all used to play indoor games. In childhood, during summer, parents will not allow you to go outside your house. So better to be inside the house. So I enjoyed playing indoor games, and cricket was my favorite game. So little bit cricket also we played during our childhood period. Yeah.
All right, thank you for answering those questions. We're going to do the activity now. So for all our participants, and then Mom, if you're there, you can sit with Nana Baba. But we're going to start with the icebreaker question. I know we're kind of doing it towards the end, but it was kind of for a reason, so that we all have a chance to talk right now. And then again, if you're comfortable, if you're not comfortable with turning on your cameras, please feel free to share at least. And then we're going to do like a fun quiz.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay.
I will watch and enjoy.
Okay.
Definitely today your fun thing will be related to my hobbies.
Yes.
Might be because you know Nana Baba, so I don't know.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. All right, so this is a question we would like everyone to answer. A huge theme throughout this story was traveling and enjoying going places and learning about them through valuable experiences. So if our volunteers can maybe start us off, and then we'll go down the list. I know we have friends and family. If they want to share as well, please feel free to do so. But out of all of the places that you have traveled to or that you could travel to, what has been your favorite and why? And then just feel free to unmute and share. Amira, you can go first.
Okay, so I haven't actually been there before, but I really want to go to Japan because the history is very rich, the culture, it's really interesting to learn about all the different things out there. So there's like the South Asian area, and that's really interesting too. But I also want to explore the other sides of Asia and then just learn more about the culture because it's very interesting, and every culture is different in their own way. So I want to see the similarities and differences between them.
That's a really good answer. All right, Huzaifa.
I think my favorite place I've ever been to is probably India. Me, my family, my aunt, my mom, and my grandparents, my dad and Hanifa. We went on a big trip to India. I think it was in 2019. We went to like a handful of cities, like I think 8 or 9 cities all over India, and that was pretty cool, and I enjoyed that.
Thank you for sharing. All right, Aliza?
I would say the favorite place that I've traveled to is probably Costa Rica, because I went with all my family. I went with my cousins, and it was really beautiful there, and we had a great time.
Awesome. And then Sadiq?
I would say Dubai. It was really fun when we went there because we got to see like so many awesome views, and it was really fun to hang out with family. We got away for a little bit, so it was like pretty fun. That was a fun place to go to.
It does sound like a fun place to go to. Iman?
I would say my favorite trip was Cancun, just because it was a girls' trip with my cousins and my mom, and it was like right before COVID hit, so that was like the last really good vacation we got, so that was memorable.
Yeah, the girls' trips are always so fun and very elite. Ibrahim?
So one place that I really want to go is Denmark, because that's where Lego bricks are made and where Lego headquarters are.
I know my brother would probably want to go there as well, so I feel you on that. And then last one, Zaid.
I think my favorite place that I ever went to was Hawaii. It was pre-COVID. It was like 2017. I just really liked the scenery and the landscapes and stuff. It like didn't even look real, like the beaches and stuff.
Yeah, I want to go back there. It looks gorgeous and such a good place for nature. So another thing that we talked about was currency collections, a lot of like fun, nerdy trivia. So I know I don't have the best knowledge, but some of these are questions that Nana Baba or my grandpa answered earlier. So if you can kind of remember them, some are going to be complete guesses. He kind of guessed on them when I asked, but these are just some fun trivia questions. We ask y'all to participate. If you want to answer out loud, go ahead, but put your answer in the chat and then keep score of what you guys think it is. And then Mom, you can come in frame if you would like. All right, we're going to get started. All right, first one. What year was the oldest stamp in the world made? 1845, 1842, 1843, or 1840? Zeva?
1840.
Does anyone else have a guess? You can put it in the chat. All right, a lot of people are saying 1840. I hope no one's searching it up. Okay, 1840. All right. The answer is, yep, 1840. And then this is a picture of it. What historic event is shown in this map? The US winning in the Cold War, the promise of space exploration, Neil Armstrong landing, or the US after the Civil War? Zeva?
Neil Armstrong landing.
All right. Is it not the Cold War one? Or space exploration? They're on space. Let's see what everyone else is saying. All right, a lot of people are agreeing with you on there. We have some disagreeers. It is Neil Armstrong landing. This was during the Cold War, so fun history.
Hanifa, this is Neil Armstrong. This was Apollo 11. They have landed over there in 1969.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a fun thing. Documented well in news, especially.
And even in India has issued a stamp on this thing.
Oh.
This is the thing. As I told you, stamp collection will help you a lot. So I remember this is Indian stamp also, what they have issued in 1969 to commemorate the landing of first person in the moon.
I think, yeah, it was a big deal for a lot of countries. Yeah. What's the newest country in the world? Let's have other people about Josefa answer because I have a strong suspicion he knows the answers. Anyone want to take a guess out loud?
3.
3? All of these are, or 3 out of the 4 of them are in Africa. So let's see which one it is. All right, it's South Sudan. That was newest country in the world. It was named a country in 2011.
11, yeah, correct.
So
And
it's
even Eritrea also a new country before that, because Ethiopia, they have separated one small portion which has become Eritrea. South Sudan is from Sudan, because before it was in Sudan. Now they have separated this portion and they name it as South Sudan.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
How many countries are in the United Nations currently? This is not how many countries are in the world. This is how many countries are members of the UN. All very close in numbers. So let's see what the most common answer is. There are 195 countries in the world that are recognized. So which ones are in the UN? You got 2 or 3. Nanaba, which one do you think it is?
It is 192? No, 193, I think.
193. We have a tie between 1 and 2, or 2 or 3. But yeah, it is 193 countries are recognized by UN. This flag belongs to which country? It's a country in Europe. Poland, Slovakia, Czech Republic, or Austria. Feel free to say the answers out loud if you have. Austria.
Poland.
Okay, Austria, Poland. No one thinks it's Slovakia, Czech Republic?
Poland.
Poland? All right, let's see the answer. It is Austria, not Poland. I believe Poland's flag is red as well. So
no, Austria. We have been to Austria, Vienna city, where your Rumi was also with me once. And moreover, on Austrian stamps, it is written always as ostrich. Some stamp knowledge you have to make it, because if you see ostrich, you'll think which this stamp belongs to which country. It was Austria. For example, for Japan, it is written Nippon. So many countries, Poland is Polska. Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
we have another flag question, and this was in the story that our grandpa shared. So if you're paying attention, you should know the answer, even if you don't know the flag. What country does this belong to? Mauritius, South Africa, Eritrea, or Somalia? Again, I said it a bunch of times. Mauritius? Any other guesses? Are you going with Mauritius? All right. And it is Mauritius. Can you tell, Nanaba, can you tell us about the people that came? Or did you go to Mauritius eventually?
Yeah. In 1982, we have visited Mauritius. Mauritius is 50 by 50 kilometers only. If you go from this side to that side, 50 kilometers from it, and they have 7 colors in sea.
Oh, wow. That's very pretty.
Yeah. Very favorite island of lot of people.
Yeah, it's gorgeous in Africa. Now for all of our American citizens, who is on this bill? John Adams, Ben Franklin, Theodore Roosevelt, or Thomas Jefferson?
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin. Glad we know our US history and important people. All right, so these ones we're gonna ask what city they are. A lot of you might not know, but use context clues that are within the picture, or if you know my grandpa or you know my family, then I'm sure you know the answer. But what city is this? New Delhi, Agra, Mumbai, or Hyderabad?
Can I say?
Sure.
Hyderabad.
Why is it Hyderabad? What's it showing?
It's Charminar, and it's a Charminar in Hyderabad.
Nanababa, can you say what Charminar is?
It was built by Quli Qutub Shah dynasty 400 years back. It is as famous as Taj Mahal, I can say. Taj Mahal, everyone knows, whole world knows about Taj Mahal, but every Indian knows about Charminar. This was in the center of the city, and as a center of landmark for the city, this king has made 400 years back.
And what does Charminar mean?
4 pillars.
4 minars.
4 minars means 4 pillars.
Yeah. Is it very close to your house?
hardly by walk I can go.
Oh, wow.
Hardly one mile I can say.
Yes, so it is Hyderabad. What city is this? Munich, London, Vienna, or Rome? All of these are in Europe. So from context clues and what's in the picture, what do you guys think it is?
London.
London. It's the London Bridge.
Bridge? I don't know if it's the London Bridge. Maybe it's another type of bridge. Nana Baba, what do you think it is?
Tower Bridge on River Thames.
Yes. Is there a growing theme of a lot of, I know like Hassan Minaj made the joke of all Indian people loving London,
Yeah.
but why do you love London?
Every actor in Indian movie wanted to have a song over there. Their favorite place, I can say.
Why is it your favorite place?
Mine is also London. I told you before also.
Why? Why?
Why? Because I told every collection is started from there, and every if somebody knows other than our country history, they know about Britain, because everywhere Britain has ruled. So we know River Thames, Buckingham Palace, Westminster Abbey, Big Ben. Everyone knows about that, because during school life, you will get some poetries related to these monuments.
Yeah, if anyone has a question about King Elizabeth, you know the right person to ask. All right, next question. Oop, I just gave it away, but what makes a city look like Toronto? For all our, I think
Yeah.
Zayd, what's the deciding factor that this is Toronto?
CN Tower.
CN Tower.
CN Tower. Have you been to Toronto, Nana Baba?
Yeah, I will show you one picture of Toronto on CN Tower.
Do you still have it, Hanifa? I don't know.
I'll pull it up at the end, but my grandpa has a pretty
In 1980, I have visited a lot of times, but on the top of that monument, I have gone in 1980.
All right, we got our last question, and this is kind of a fun question for everyone. Or sorry, one more after this. Who was the first Prime Minister of India? It was mentioned, and it was the first stamp that was shown. Hint, I kind of narrowed it down for you. It's not number 3.
It's number 1.
Number 1. Any other guesses? People are saying 1. What's the correct answer, Nana Baba?
Jawaharlal Nehru, favorite Prime Minister of most of the Indians, I can say. Because he was long time, till 64, his death. From 47 to 64, he was the Prime Minister.
That's a very long time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Last question for all our Bollywood fans. Which Khan is this? Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, Saif Ali Khan, Yusuf Khan, or Salman Khan? Yusuf Khan? Is it not Amir Khan? It could be just a really Photoshopped version of him. No one would know. Or young. Is Yusuf Khan kind of the outlier in this one? No one else thinks it's another one. Who is it, Nana Baba?
This is Dilip Kumar. His original name is Yusuf Khan. And for your general knowledge, A.R. Rahman's real name was Dilip Kumar before he converted to Islam.
Oh.
He made his name A.R. Rahman, Allah Rakha Rahman. Before, his real name was Dilip Kumar. And coincidentally, Dilip Kumar's wife name is also Saira, and A.R. Rahman's wife name is also Saira.
Ooh, that's a fun fact to know. All right, that concludes our activity. Did anyone get 100% right? Maybe Huzaifa, because he may have heard the answers before.
I missed the Prime Minister one.
Oh, you missed the Prime Minister one? That's a good 90%. But again, thank you so much everyone for attending. I know we have a lot of family and some people privately message me to share, but if anyone has some reflections on what we learned today, please feel free to unmute. This is a perfect time.
Well, I still learned a lot. I don't know if you can hear. I'm Sakina. I'm one of his other. Zainab is my older sister, so I'm the other daughter. I just wanted to quickly talk about. It's just like 2 seconds to just say how much I appreciated my dad growing up, because we have to remind ourselves that when he traveled or when he collected all these things, technology was not even remotely the same as it is now. He had no phones. Back then, people used to travel just with the minimal knowledge that they had, with minimal money. And he grew up with older parents. Like, he was the youngest of a whole bunch of siblings. So the fact that he had interest in all these artistic things and, you know, traveling and collecting, and I didn't appreciate it as a kid, but growing up, I didn't know the value of it. But as an adult, I think I had the coolest dad. The fact that he did all these cool things at a young age, and then he was super cool and let me be an art major, which is another thing, you know, Indian parents don't always support their kids' dreams of becoming an artist or going in artistic fields. But my dad, alhamdulillah, was the coolest, and he let us do what we thought was best for us, and he inspired us. And yeah, I just wanted to put that in because, like, I feel like growing up, I didn't know any dads like him. He had interest in everything. He had knowledge about everything. He could, you know, like any topic you would throw at him, he would be able to talk to you about it. And that is so cool. So I just wanted to put that in.
Amma, for your feeling about Baba. Baba is zero compared to other parents, you know. They have done a lot for their children. What Baba did for you people. You people have done everything in your life by your own qualities. What Sakina, what Zainab, what Umar is today is of their own talent and challenges they have faced without the help of Baba. Your mom is good for you people. She educated you at the basic stage. So Baba is only about talking. So thank you so much for giving your feeling about me. Thank you, Amma.
Thank you for sharing, Sakiha. And then anyone else want to do it? I'm going to end the session by showing the awesome Vienna pic at the end. But any other last?
Hanifa?
Yes.
Rubina. I really want to thank you very, very much, brother, for sharing your story. I certainly learned a lot. And also, I really appreciate you coming to Olive programs and just the conversation that we had. I think it was yesterday for the first time. I really cherish that. Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you for having such beautiful family and sharing Zainab with us. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions, comments? All right, I'm gonna show the Vienna picture. I think it's very cool. This is my grandpa, or sorry, not Vienna picture. This is my grandpa on CN Tower. Do you want to talk about it, Nana Baba?
Yeah, it's on the top of the CN Tower in 1980.
You look very cool. You look like Dilip Kumar. Right?
41 years back, I can say.
I like this pic. It's very cool. I want to recreate it eventually, but
very nice.
If that is everything for today, or that anyone had to share, I just want to thank you guys again for coming. It was really special. Oliver story time for me, and kind of the last ones I'll be leading. Next one, we have December 3rd. Mariam's going to be leading that one, and it's going to be the last one of the year. So I really hope to see you all there. End off the year strong. And again, if you have any suggestions, if you have an Oliver in mind, if your grandparents want to ever talk, then feel free to let me know. We're always open to suggestions and making changes. But again, thank you so much, you guys, and have an amazing weekend. So,
thank you, Hanifa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.